I don't think people who complain realize how lucky they really are. And I know a lot of people say, well, if you knew my situation, how unlucky I am. Let me tell you about luck and unlucky. When a young girl is born, she has all the eggs that she's ever going to have in her lifetime. And as she grows to be a woman, those eggs come out one at a time, once a month. When they're gone, they're gone. A woman does not make more eggs. So here you are sitting there as one of those eggs. And you're looking at all the other eggs around you. And one by one, they go up to the diving board and they go off, and most of them never make it. They don't become anything. They have wasted a life. And the next one comes up. Is this the lucky one? And then the next one. And you watch them. And one by one, they just kind of go into nothingness. They disappear and they never get used. Every now and then, very few, one of them gets chosen. It was a lucky one. And you hope you're that one, because if you don't have that lucky moment, you're a wasted egg and you die and you're thrown out. For at least 20 years, you watched all those eggs one by one going up to the door and going through that door. And you watched the countdown till it was your moment. And you walked up to that door and you stood there and you were like, oh, please, 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 let me be the lucky one. Let me be the lucky one. And then here comes the sperm. And guess what? One of them got through and you're the lucky one. You got 100 years on planet Earth as a human being. You have been given 100 years to do whatever it is you want to do. You've been given a chance to live your dreams, to do whatever it is that your heart desires. Now, how you choose to go through that, and if you actually pursue that, if you use your arms and legs and mind and heart and everything that in your intelligence and what you've been taught in school, and you actually try to make something of yourself, and you actually say no to the things that are bad to you, and you say yes to the things that feel right, and you go through all these tests and you make it, you know, how you handle the choices in life, that's up to you. But you have been given a chance at life. That's something that most can never say. Most eggs can never say they made it. You're the lucky one. The one in a million that was given a chance to be a human being on planet Earth. So the next time you complain about stupid stuff, little things that just are just not even worth complaining about. And, you know, people, they see others that are better off than them. Well, trust me, I've seen them all. I've seen the rich people. They're just as unhappy as the poor people. And I've seen people who had nothing, who are happier and more content. So it's just a matter of how you look at life. And that's other things that I've talked about. But the point is, you're here. You've been given a chance. And it's never too late. It doesn't matter. I didn't really make it until I was 50. It took me 50 years, once I got here, to really make it. The chance to have life in a human body on planet Earth during one of the most easiest times to be alive in the history of the world. We have air conditioning, we have refrigeration, we have running water, we have toilets, we have airplanes, we have cars, we have, what a life. I mean, you could have been here 150 years ago and living in squalor. I mean, where they didn't even have a sewer system. There's a book that we like to read. It's The Good Old Days. I should read some of it to you. It's funny. Just even in the Victorian era, the turn of the century, how horrible it was to be alive at that time. People like to romanticize and glamorize certain periods of history, but it was pretty bad. You have a lot to be thankful for. A lot. I know people like to focus on the bad things. Oh, gee, I don't have what that person has. Well, yeah, but you're alive. You're alive. You have arms and legs. There's a guy that has no arms and legs, and he's actually happier than a lot of people who are complaining about their situation. There are so many things to be thankful for that people don't realize. It's all how you look at it. That's why it gets to me when people complain. Most of the time, everything they complain about it's just like, oh, please. I mean, there's always somebody much worse off than you. In fact, I think most of the world is probably worse off than you. You just don't know it. You're comparing yourself to the few people that are better off than you. And that's not a way to look at life. everybody should take a moment and just quiet down and be in nature and listen to nature and the wind and the birds and the trees and the sun and the fact that we're on a planet that's habitable. Anyway, so much to be thankful for. And I want you to really think about that. You're lucky. You are so lucky to be here. Make the most of it while you can, because you can. Dreams do come true. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.